And hello all my fellow nerds out there, this is Oracle Nerd Richie and welcome back once again to Doki Doki Night Rain. Right now we're apparently on a camping trip, among other things. It's more like a field trip and a camping trip, I suppose. I don't know. But we're here to continue the story, so let's get back into it. The hike to the campsite wasn't so bad. It's nice to get out in nature and breathe the fresh air. The forest is alive with the sounds of insects and birds, and the stars shine through the haze. I catch up to Sayori. So, you excited? Yeah, this place is amazing. It's like a little slice of heaven. Though the trees are a little creepy. I don't like how they blocked out the moonlight. Other than that, this is great. Mm-hmm. Hey, are you okay, Richie? You seem a little off. Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little tired, that's all. Are you sure? I know you stayed at Monica's house last night, and well, not to keep things human. Don't listen to her. She's just jealous. No, I've been doing some thinking as of late, and maybe it's time for me to move on. Move on? With what? Life, I guess, or maybe not. It's hard to explain. I think that it's time for me to let go. Oh, well, I think that's a good thing, Sayori. I have no idea what she's talking about. It is, isn't it? I mean, I'm still me, just, it's hard. I'll admit it's very hard, but I'm trying. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for being my friend, and, well, for putting up with me all these years. You really are a good guy, Richie. Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. She gives me a weak smile. We reach the campsite, which is nothing more than a few rows of tents and a small fire pit. The rest of the club is already here, along with a few students from the other activities. I sat down on a log by the fire, trying to keep warm. It's not exactly a raging inferno, but it's better than nothing. The wind rustles at the trees. I can't read. Sorry, my brain went blank for a second. And I shiver, wishing I brought a jacket. Hey, how are you holding up? I look up and Monika is standing over me. Not cold, are we? Well, a little, but I'll live. You should have said something. You can always share a tent with me. I think we've heard that line a million times already. Hey, you have to admit, it would have been a lot warmer. And cramped. That's the point. Why don't you sit down? Well, actually, you know what? You're right. Let's take a load off. I shouldn't be worried so much. You take a seat next to me, crossing your legs and stretching your arms. Besides, it's not like we're doing anything important right now. We're supposed to be enjoying ourselves. So, what do you say, Richie? Are you enjoying yourself? I guess. The hike was pretty nice. Well, you can always take another one tomorrow. There are plenty of trails to explore, and we can even go swimming in the lake. The fire flickers and hisses, casting eerie shadows on her face. She's looking directly into the flames, her expression unreadable. Monika jumps back, startled, her hands clenched into fists. Are you alright? You seem a bit on edge. It's just a campfire. You're not in any danger. She takes a deep breath, laying out slowly. Yeah, sorry. It's just been a long day. She flinches again as a fire sends another volley of sparks in the air. Here, why don't you let me hold you? I put my arm around her shoulder, pulling her close. She stiffens for a moment, but then relaxes, leaning into me. We sit like this for a while, watching the fire crackling softly. Thank you for being here. She closes her eyes, resting her head on my shoulders. The wind rustles the leaves. The sounding is soothing. I can't read. The sound is soothing. I cannot read today. Almost relaxing. Ah! Wait, who's screaming? The sound jolts me awake, and I sit bolt upright. The tents are a mess, the campsite is destroyed, and there's a smoky haze hanging in the air. I look around. The camp is empty. There's no sign of anyone. Where is every... Oh, hey, watch where you're... Huh? Richie, is that you? What's going on, Nat? Where's everyone? They're... I don't know. I just got back from a hike. You were hiking in the dead of night? Yeah, Yeah, I thought it would be fun. Maybe pick up a souvenir or two. But seriously, what the heck happened? The campsite is completely trashed, and I can't find Yuri. Yuri? Well, now that I think about it, I don't remember seeing her earlier either. I don't even remember her leaving the bus. Richie, you don't think... I hesitate, not wanting my voice to voice my thoughts. Oh God. What if she... Don't do that to me! A shadowy figure emerges from the tree line. Yuri, is that you? Holy... Creature starts in the moonlight, its huge form towering over as its muscles rippling beneath the taut black skin. Its mouth is filled with rows of razor-sharp teeth, and its limbs are unnaturally long and spindly. We have to go, now! I take off, running as fast as I can towards the bus, with Natsuki close behind. My heart is racing, my lungs are burning, but I reach the bus, practically throwing myself inside and slamming the door shut behind me. The interior of the bus is completely dark, save for the faint moonlight streaming through the windows. I flip the overhead lights. Nothing. The battery's dead. Was that thing Yuri? Shh, I don't know. Did you hear that? I, uh... I turn slowly towards the back of the bus, noise coming from the back row of the seats. Sounds like someone or something is breathing. Listen! There's somebody back there. Slowly, I pull back the seat, appear in the dark corner. Who? You? Wait, huh? Wait, what? Huh? Oh. Hmm? Breathe, Richie, breathe. It's just Yuri. She's sitting quietly in one of the back seats, reading in the darkness. Wait, her glasses have lights? Like, wait, can somebody please give me, like, glasses that are like that just have lights on them? Oh, hello, Richie. And Natsuki. What are you two doing here? Um, I mean, why aren't you with everyone else? It's very late. To myself, I just didn't want to be a burden. You have to be the most socially awkward person I've ever met. Eh? I can't believe I actually thought you were the monster. What monster? What's going on? I don't understand. Are we in danger? Yeah. We're in a hell of a lot of trouble. Is the giant black I didn't get to read that. The giant black flesh-eating abomination is... Creature slams an appendage through the window, sending glass shards everywhere. Ah! I scramble to my feet, frantically trying to make sense of what's happening. The ground shakes as the shells explode outside the bus, sending dust and debris flying through the windows. I don't want to die! Oh no, oh no, oh no! I stumble towards the front of the bus, grabbing a hold of the driver's seat. There's a barricade set up several meters down the road. A tank and a line of military trucks fire indiscriminately towards the entity. The monster roars and charges at the soldiers, its limbs flailing wildly. The tank fires, and the shot narrowly missing its target as the monster leaps to the side. I push my way past Natsuki and Yuri, stumbling down the steps and onto the ground. Gasoline is pulling it below the bus. I'm dizzy, my vision is blurring. Come on, let's go. I feel a pair of hands on my shoulder, pushing me forward. The air is filled with smoke and ash, making it hard to breathe. Ugh. The ground shakes violently as another shell explodes nearby, showering us in dirt and rubble. The creature is charging right towards us, its mouth open wide. I leap to the side as the monster slams to the spot where I was just standing. It's dark, too dark. I pull a lighter from my pocket, striking the flame and holding it in front of me. Ah! Yuri recoils, cowering behind me. The creature looms over us, its body twitching and spasming. I step forward, holding the lighter in front of me. The entity shrieks, backing away from the flame. My body is convulsing and writhing as it changes. In the blink of an eye, the monster is gone, cast from the shadow of the bus. In its place is a human, someone I recognize. It's... No, don't you dare tell me. The hitchhiker? We do get character art for them. Who are you? Hey, wait, man, put that down. He steps back, his foot splashing in a pool of gasoline. Wait, don't! Oh, Jesus! My body is launched back, heat and flames burn through my shirt as I watch the monster incinerate in a blast of molten fire. I collapse, pain and exhaustion finally taking over. We just fainted. Ugh. Come on, Richie, get up! We gotta go now! I feel someone tugging my arm, urging me to stand, but I can't. My eyes are my eyes close as the darkness claims me. I waken to find myself lying on my back, staring up at the sky. Birds are chirping, the air smells fresh and clean. How long was I out? I sit up, rubbing my eyes and stretching. My whole body aches, but I feel oddly refreshed. Good morning, Sleeping Beauty. I glance over and Monica's kneeling next to me, gentle smile on her face. What happened? Why am I here? Don't worry, everything's okay. You're safe now. She places a hand on my forehead, brushing my hair aside. Her touch is soft and soothing, but something about her voice sounds off, almost like she's trying too hard to sound calm. I look around, taking in the scene, where we're by the temple. Most of my other classmates are already boarding another bus. Thank God you're awake. I really thought you were dead. Natsuki, don't scare him. Are you hurt, Richie? Yuri is quiet, not saying a word. Her eyes are puffy and red, like she's been crying. Look, just relax. I'll explain everything on the way back. Just leave it in good old Natsuki's hands, alright? Please don't joke around. This is serious. Fine, fine. Let's get you on the bus then. Yeah, and if you had died, you'd have been the only one killed. That would have been so embarrassing. Oh wait, no, that would have been pretty awful. But luckily for us, you survived, so no harm done. Natsuki, really? And it's true. I'm sorry to interrupt, but can I sit here? Sure thing, Yuri. There's plenty of room. I knew it. Why do we always end up next? Why do we always end up next to each other? It's so annoying. Sorry, but I'm not sitting next to the freak for an hour. I'll lose my mind. She could turn into a monster any second, you know. Eh? What? What are you talking about, Natsuki? Why is everyone looking at me? All of us already know her secret. Didn't you see her last night? She was totally afraid of Richie's lighter. She just like the monster was that Richie destroyed. I'm not sure what you mean. Let's not get carried away, all right? We're all still shaken up from last night, so let's try to stay calm. Whatever, but if she goes crazy for real, don't expect my help. Natsuki, I'm not. Shut up. That's enough. We're not accusing anyone of anything. There's no need to point fingers. So let's just take a deep breath and try to relax. Fine. So, Richie, you want to accompany me for a bit? She gestures towards the back of the bus. Not at all. Huh? Don't worry, I'll be back in a moment. Okay. I get up and follow Monika towards the rear of the bus. My heart is pounding. Oh! Okay, wait, this is really cool. I like all these custom-made CGs for just for specific mods. These are really cool. We sat down across from each other. The hum of the engine and the chatter of my classmates fills the air. Monika looks out the window, her gaze distant. So, you wanted to talk to me about something? I know what you're thinking. Oh, she glanced at the. That's actually kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. But you can't save her. How would you know that? Have you tried? Believe me, if it were possible, I would have done it a long time ago. What Yuri is suffering from? Difficult to diagnose. No amount of medication can fix it, and even the best doctors in the country would be hard-pressed to form a treatment in time. Sure, she may think she has that under control, but... Oh, wait, that's like some straight of a manga panel, what? Trust me, I know sooner or later she'll get hungry. That is so freaking creepy. And when that happens, you'll have to make a choice. Chapter 8. Thursday. Uh, okay, we're on a space seed thingy? I thought you had this thing under control, Major. I woke up this morning and do you know what I was greeted with? An entire class full of students is blabbering about being chased by some damn monster. I understand, Director. I assure you we'll handle the situation. Handle the situation? Like you've ever handled things this far. Do you do you do you want to know how I spent my evening, Major? Take a lucky guess. I was busy drafting a formal apology letter to the Secretary of Defense. Sir, I informed him that the nameless organization, an intelligence agency responsible for the protection of Japan and its interests, has failed to protect the very civilians we're sworn to defend. Am I supposed to say so sorry, but could we conduct just one more massacre? I have to go home every night, plus put on a fake smile and try to explain to my daughter why her father has to murder more civilians for public good. With all due respect, Director, that was never part of the plan. Our job is to keep the existence of threats secret, and you're doing an excellent job at that, Major. I'm sure the Japanese media will have a field day with this one. Sir, to reiterate, the situation is under control. We have it contained. Oh, you have it contained, huh? Care to explain to me what the hell this is then? Shutai 0013 was destroyed in '06. Should have been destroyed in '06. Exactly. You're 10 years too late, Major Kogure. Your failure stems from how you're still operating under the assumption that this is an exercise in containment. This is an all-out war. The creature is here, and it's going to take everything we've got to destroy it. I have half the mind to ship you off to some desolate outpost in the middle of nowhere where you can spend the rest of your days cleaning latrines. Sir, please give me another chance. No, I'm taking over from here on out. This is a job for a professional. From now on, you will be reporting directly to me, and I will decide what actions you should take, how they're carried out. Do you want to make myself absolutely clear, Major? Yes, sir. However, if I may make a suggestion, we could benefit greatly from the use of our field operatives. Field operatives? Absolutely not. I don't want Miss Nakamura anywhere near that mess. I can't afford to lose my best agent. Your best field agent, huh? Right. Don't mind me asking, Director. Who is Akemi, if I may be so bold? This is not in any way, shape, or form the time or place for that, Major. Right, I understand. Good. So, with all due respect, sir, what's the plan? Now that 0247 is destroyed, the plan is to eliminate Shutai 0261 before the public catches wind of its existence. The other 6 escaped Shutai have already been dealt with, but as long as that one lives, our mission remains incomplete. I understand, sir. And about Shutai 0013? Should we not consider it a priority as well? I thought I made myself perfectly clear. Shutai 003 is not a priority. It's not even a factor. Not your priority anyway. Sir, yes, sir. It's strange. The idea of a monster pretending to be human, infiltrating our society. You're a pain in my ass, you know that? But if you're really alive, it means that the experiment was successful to a certain degree. I'm sure we'll be getting reacquainted with each other real soon. Till then, sweet dreams. Come in. I step aside and shut the door behind me. Everyone else is already here. Yuri and Siri are chatting quietly, while Natsuki is leaning against the wall, her arms crossed. They look up as I enter. It sounds falls over the room. About time, Richie. It took long enough. Well, I was kind of tired from after last night. Whatever. Okay, everyone, let's get started. I don't really have anything planned for today, so feel free to hang out and chat. That sounds lovely. Aw, can't we do something fun today? Sorry, I'm swamped with homework. If I had more time, I would have had a bunch of cool activities prepared. You could at least try to sound convincing, you know. I think it's good enough. Besides, we can still have fun, even without any special activities. Like, we go out watch a movie, or play a game. A movie? Or a board game, if you'd rather. What is it, Richie? Huh? You just looked like you wanted to say something, so I thought I'd ask. Oh, it's, actually, Yuri, can I speak with you outside for a moment? Huh? Oh, sure. She stands up and we all walk over to the doorway. Oh, did y'all see that? Siri frowned for a frame. Is something wrong, Richie? You seem upset. We haven't known each other very long, and I know you don't like me very much, but it's not like that. It's just, last night, well, during the school trip, I really thought you were... Look, what I'm trying to say is I'm sorry, alright? Oh, I'm not sure if I know what you're apologizing for, but if you're concerned about what happened in the forest, don't be. It wasn't your fault. If anything, I should be the one apologizing. Eh? What do you mean? I mean, for hiding what I am. It's not something I can really talk about openly, and if you want me to leave, I will. In truth, I'm just grateful for the time that I've spent with everyone. There are people who know me at school. Some even say hi to me. I can't even begin to imagine how they'd feel if they discovered I wasn't her. What do you mean by that? Oh, seriously, like, what does she mean by that? What? I can't return their kindness. Every time I open my mouth, it feels like I'm lying to them. It's so hard because I feel like I know them too. Like I'm supposed to know them. I usually just end up asking myself, what would Nakasone Yuri say? The answer is almost always the same. I'm sorry, could you please repeat that? I was reading. Him. Well, I guess it's not too far off from the real Yuri either. Truth is, I'm not like you or the others, not even Monika. But maybe you already knew that. I'm just a copy, a cheap imitation. And the worst part of it is I'm slowly starting to forget that fact. Like, I'm beginning to enjoy the time I spend with you all. Every morning, I wake up and for a split second, I believe it. I believe I'm a real person. When in actuality, I'm just a walking corpse, an entity of unknown origins, pretending to be a girl. A fraud, sooner or later. Damn, I feel horrible. That's not true, Yuri. You're not a fake or a monster. You're missing the point entirely. The only reason you feel that way is because you don't know the truth. Richie, if there's a philosophical argument to be made on who the real me is, I'd say I'm not her. Nakasone Yuri died in a car accident, and in her place is a monster wearing her skin, living her life. It's possible if you and Monika hadn't been involved, I'd have found an entirely different person's life to steal, to crudely mimic. Maybe I'd be a dentist or a florist. Who knows? So Yuri did die! So she was dead during the first scene. Honestly, that's very creepy. Like, I may not watch Stranger Things or Close Encounters of the Third Kind or anything like that, but I do know their plots. And that is actually a very creepy idea. Like, can you imagine, like, someone that you've known for, like, maybe, like, a few weeks, maybe a few months, maybe even your entire life is not even real? And that is actually a very scary thought. I never even once want to think about something like that, because, oh, God. Like, I don't want to have to think about, like, any of my friends or family being fake. Like, I believe that they're all real. Like, there's no way that they're like faked out like that. Cause like having to know someone for a long time, and then you come to find out that they're not who they say they are. Like, sure, like maybe you get some feelings of disappointment, but you also have some feelings of betrayal or deceit. And I really like that in stories like this. It's very interesting. Maybe I'd feel better taking over the life of someone who wanted to throw it away. But she didn't. Mary wanted to live. She liked reading books and studying and being in the literature club. Yuri, maybe what you are is something we don't yet understand. Hell, I don't care about the logic or the philosophy. In my opinion, probably doesn't mean much, but the Yuri I've gotten to know is not a monster or a freak or anything else. She's kind and thoughtful and gentle. And if original Yuri was anything like that, she deserved to be remembered and loved. And we love you, and we do love you. I think that has to count for something, right? Uh, well, I'm sorry. Uh, she breaks down crying, and I reach out and hug her tightly. There, it's all right. Let it all out. We stand there for a while. The quiet sound of her sobs echoing off the walls. She buries her face on my shoulder, and we stay like that for a few minutes, her tears dampening my shirt. Eventually, she pulls away, wiping her eyes and looking at the floor. I'm so sorry. That was uncalled for. I just go back inside now. You're leaving? Well, yes, I need to tell the others the truth, don't I? Do you have to? I mean, what difference does it make? Who cares what you are or what happened? Mary takes a deep breath and straightens her back. It makes a difference to me. What I am is dangerous, and they need to know as much of a liability I am. I'd rather they hate me than be safe than continue lying to them. She walks past me and opens the door, her expression solemn. Oh, Yuri! Did you come in for tea? I hope it's not too bitter. Monika said she was going to... It's strange. A few weeks ago, I've never thought any of this could happen. Me and the girls going on a school trip, nearly dying. Twice. I mean, yeah, twice is a bit... Twice is good, but 3 times is gonna be freaking annoying, no? It's almost like a dream. But it's not. It's very real. I spin around, and there's a man standing a few feet away, dressed in a black suit, his face obscured by shadow. Sorry to intrude. Oh, it's you again. But can I have a word? There's no reason for us to fight against each other. We're on the same side. Who the hell even are you guys? I can't answer that, I'm afraid. Well, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to answer it. I don't really care what this whole secrecy thing. But suffice it to say we're everywhere. We're nameless. And we're very interested in you, Kuzuhara Richie. Now then, why don't you and I take a nice relaxing stroll together? No, you need to answer my question. You think we don't know about your little clubhouse? That we can't get to you whenever we please? The truth is, we're very familiar with the 5 of you. You stay away from them. It would be in all of your best interest to come with me willingly, otherwise, I'm afraid we'll have to take you by force. Of course, if you resist, we'll simply kill everyone else here and drag you with us anyway. Dude, why am I agreeing to this? Logical me would never agree to this, obviously. I would just walk away. Not with him, but away from him. Fine, let's go. The name is Agent Kiyoshi Kagami. Yoshi. Oh, please, call me Kip. It's what my friends call me. So, where are we going? Back to base, so we can have a nice friendly chat. Huh? Look, just between you and me, I haven't told my superiors about you or your friends yet. If I had it my way, I'd leave you alone and you and them alone, but my boss is a real stickler for protocol. If you're willing to help us out, I'll return the favor by leaving your club in peace. Does that sound like a fair deal? Yes. Oh, and I must insist, the blindfold stays on. Trust me, if I didn't have orders, I wouldn't ask. Here we are. Huh? We're not that far from town, are we? Mr. Kuzuhara, welcome to the humble facility. Who are you? Major Kogura Takao. Oh, you're the major. I'm commander of the Koshian Special Forces Division. Allow me to explain. The entity that you come into contact with is referred to as a shutai by our department. In similar terms, it's a bioweapon. What? The shutai were the product of experiments conducted by our agency and several of our other groups. They are not human. As for your involvement, please follow me. Oh, me! Why exactly did you bring me here? Your connection with the shutai could prove vital to our operation. Connection? I'm sure you're aware of a certain Nakasone Yuri. What if I told you this woman is not who she says she is? In fact, she's not a woman at all, but an entirely different creature, one capable of killing countless civilians in the blink of an eye. And, and believe we believe it murdered the real Yuri and has been posing as her over the past couple weeks. You're familiar with it, aren't you? You guys need to get their facts straight. The original Yuri died in a car accident. But as a witness, I probably shouldn't tell him that. Yeah, but I don't understand. How could I possibly help you? I'm just a high school student. Yes, well, there's more to it than that. Every agent we've sent to apprehend the Shutai turned up KIA. I sent quite a few field agents, I'll have you know. And yet you somehow managed to interact with specific Shutai on multiple occasions. Well, not intentionally. Perhaps not. But that does not change the facts. You survived several dozen encounters with the creature. We believe your unique physiology is the key to its capture. I'm not sure how I feel about calling Yuri the creature. In other words, you're the only one capable of getting close enough to destroy it. You have to cooperate with us. We'll grant you protection and keep the rest of your friends safe as well. No, I can't let her get hurt. Even if she's not the Yuri who used to live in Okayama, she's still the Yuri I've gotten to know. For now, I should humor him. Fine. Glad to see we're on the same page. Wait right there. My man will be with you shortly to brief you. The door opens as I step inside. The lights flicker on. It's some kind of laboratory, full of beeping monitors and strange machines. Welcome. Oh, wait, new character. Wait, you kind of look like the son in Fallout. Wait, he's like super old and stuff. Take a seat. I do, watching him closely. You're Kusahara Richie, correct? Yes, sir. And I am Dr. Zato Yuki, but just Dr. X is fine. Pleased to meet you, sir. Likewise. How do you feel knowing the person you thought you knew was actually a creature capable of mass destruction? Pretty frightening, right? Not really. I'm more worried about her. That's surprising. Yeah. Very well. Let's get down to business, shall we? Your objective is to locate Shutai 0261, aka Nakasone Yuri. Once you're within range, you'll administer this to her. He hands me a small syringe filled with some kind of red liquid. It's a mutagen I've been working on, one of the few things that can actually kill them. It's still a prototype, so the time to kill varies quite dramatically. Worst comes to worst, it can take up to a minute. More than enough time for her to rip you to shreds. You must not let your guard down. If it finds out what you're planning, it will kill you without a second thought. This may be difficult for you, but remember, the person you're dealing with is not the woman you've known. It's a monster, an animal. The real Yuri has been dead for a long time. The sooner you accept that fact, the better. Interesting hypothesis, Doctor, but did you know I first met Yuri only after the car accident? The only Yuri I ever knew was a shy bookworm with purple hair. And you said this will definitely kill her, right? Yes, of course. But I don't want to kill anyone. Is there no other way? Huh. No, there isn't. I assure you she's not human. This Shutai must have killed at least a dozen people to have survived this long outside the facility. Who knows how many have suffered because of her? If I was in your position, I'd be looking forward to this. These creatures deserve nothing but the most excruciatingly painful death possible. Besides, don't you owe it to her to end her suffering? She's a freak of nature, perversion of life. All she wants to do is kill, to spread her disease. She'd kill everyone you've ever known, all the while wearing the skin of your deceased friend. How can you be so sure? What if she's not like that? What if Yuri's not the monster everyone makes her out to be? What if she's just a girl who enjoys literature and spending time with her friends? She has no control over herself. Even if she didn't want to hurt anyone, she's only capable of consuming human flesh. Once her overwhelming hunger gets too much for her to bear, her body will react on instinct. She'll hunt, feed, and kill no matter how hard she tries to resist. It's what she was created for. It's her nature. No, I don't believe it. I spent time with Yuri and I know she's not like that. She's gentle and kind and doesn't hurt people. You have no clue in regards to the nature of Shutai. I've been studying their biology for the past 15 years. Studying? Is that what you're calling it? If they're truly monsters you make them out to be, then why are you guys creating them in the first place? I'm just I'm just spitballing here. In truth, I have no idea whether the so-called Shutai were created in a lab or not, or if they're even from this planet. But the good major called them bioweapons. So I like to assume these guys are at least partially responsible. Are you creating monsters just to destroy them for fun? I have no intention of debating the ethics of my profession with a mere child. If the situation were different, I'd say let her go. But she's a very dangerous and unstable individual. I'd hate to see anyone else get hurt because we were underprepared. We have to kill this thing to ensure the safety of humanity. I'm not asking you to trust us. I'm asking you to trust yourself and make the right decision. Shutai grows stronger with every corpse consumed. They're able to rapidly develop and adapt to their surroundings. Normally, this is all within acceptable parameters, but recent subjects have shown increased immunity to fire. If this keeps up, even an H-bomb will be enough to put them down. They could threaten all of humanity if they turn against us. Believe what you will, but there's absolutely no way that thing survived this long without consuming at least one person every few nights. I guess I've got no choice but to believe him. Are we good to continue? Yeah, sorry. Now then, come with me. He opens the door leading further into the lab and gestures for me to enter. This way. He closes the door behind us and I find myself standing in a long, sterile room lined with rows of metallic tables. On each table is a microscope, about 2 feet tall, connected to a various monitoring equipment. There's a faint humming noise coming from somewhere in the air. The air is cold and dry. Sorry for the wait, sir. We caught this one snooping around inside. Somehow they got past all the guards. The fugitive had this on them, sir. We're running a scan now. A camera. Interesting. Let's have a look, shall we? What is it, Director? Nothing. Screen goes blank. The soldier turns to the director. So, should I take care of him? No. Leave us. Sir, their scan result came back positive. I said leave us. Yes, sir. The soldiers exit the room, paranoid shuffle. You're a fool to have come back. You're not surprised? Please, I'm not as gullible as the rest of you tools. You should have stayed hidden. At least that way you could have had some semblance of a life. A life, huh? You mean the one you took from me? Oh, please, we both know you were never going to amount to anything. If it weren't for the program, you'd be running in a box somewhere in Okinawa. You mean the one you tried to put me in? Failed experiments are just dangerous animals. But you preserved, and in doing so, proved our methods were sound. You are the pinnacle of General Ishii's research. In truth, I couldn't be more satisfied, nor prouder. You're disgusting. I'll take that as a compliment coming from you. Bold words for a man who's about to meet his maker. A sacrifice to a new god? Huh, I'd welcome it. By all means, tear this world down to its very core and rebuild it in your image. We may have lost the war, but I have no doubt the next one will be yours. Don't you see? You can avenge us. Avenge General Ishii and all the others who have died for our cause. We were betrayed, and yet we stand, the last remaining vestiges of the old world, struggling against the onslaught of dogmatic zealots and idealists. Can you not hear their screams, number 13? Can you not smell the sulfur and ash singeing the earth. You'll be a new messiah, the harbinger of a new era. I can die happy knowing the universe will still have you in it, knowing I, Nakamura Toshio, was in some way responsible for the creation of a new god. In the end, our work will speak for itself. Are you finished? And we're done. I recommend avoiding eye contact with Yuri until you're ready to administer the drug. The moment she realizes your intentions, I'll have to... Emergency alert! What the? Okay, I didn't get to read that one. The moment she realizes your intentions, you have a matter of seconds before you're torn into. Oh god. Emergency alert. Code Xeon. Code Xeon? Emergency alert. The door slides open and a squad of soldiers burst in. Dr. Zato, we're here to escort you to a secure location. You don't have to tell me twice. Mr. Kuzuhara, please come with me. What? Wait, what's Code Zion? It's a generic code for a complete facility evacuation. If I had to guess, I'd say that one of the Shutai escaped confinement. Sir, we need to move. Now! I pick up the pace, you two. Escaped? Wait, if Yuri's number 261, then that means you have 260 of these things locked up? Not exactly, but we've got quite a few. Hey, you're not authorized to be on this. The soldier's body explodes in a violent burst of gore, splattering the walls and sealing chunks of flesh and bone. Ah! I'm fire! Several bullets hit the Shutai, but don't appear to harm it. Instead, the wounds close in a matter of seconds. What? The second soldier barely has time to scream before the entity rips him apart, shredding him into a dozen pieces, watching as his blood sprays across the room and his head rolls away. God, what is that? Shutai turns and locks eyes with me. Mr. Kuzuhara, you must run. He's right. Get out of here. Run. Run as fast as you can and don't stop until you reach the surface. Ah! Hold the line, damn it. Shit, not again. Just my luck, huh? The elevator is just a few paces away. I know I can make it. My whole body is trembling. My legs feel like lead, and the world is spinning around me. All I can do is put one foot in front of the... Stop right there! Security guard stands a few paces in front of me, his gun drawn and aimed at my head. Hands up and turn around. What? No, we've got to get out of... I said put your hands up. Don't make any sudden movements. What? A hand crashes down on the guard's shoulder, and a second later his head is torn clean off. Dead Sea devours the corpse of the guard. His claws shred through the uniform, digging deep into his flesh as it gouges itself on his insides before turning its attention to me. My blood runs cold, and the floor beneath me seems to sway and buckle. The thing stares through me as if in a trance. The monster is closer. For a moment, I think it's going to attack. I think it takes another step towards me, and then another. I'm too terrified to move. Every muscle in my body is screaming for me to run, to hide, to get away from this thing. But then it stops and glances back over his shoulder before turning and continuing down the hall. Huh? Was it playing games with me? It could have easily ripped me apart just now, and yet it didn't. For a long moment, I just stand there, unable to comprehend what I just witnessed. That thing just spared me. A strange feeling washes over me, almost as if I'm floating. Well, whatever, it's not like I'm complaining. The upstairs is carnage, bodies lay strewn about, shattered across the asphalt. There's no signs of life, nor the monster. It's just gone. Replaced by eerie silence, only broken by a faint hum of overhead lights and incessant alarm. Chapter 9, Friday. Dude, this story is already crazy. Right? Well then, I think that is a good time for us to stop right here. This is a lot in just one episode. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna leave this video right here for now, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.
With